About 5,400 runners and 500 volunteers filled the streets this past Sunday.
Registration has already opened for next year's 10th anniversary race, but before we get ahead of ourselves, 17's Andres Armenta takes us back to the finish line one final time with a triumphant story about the runner who never stopped, even if it meant coming in last.
You can describe running a marathon like putting in a shift. 5 hours, 6 hours, but try 7 hours and 45 minutes. That's how long it took this year's last runner to cross the finish line for the Bakersfield Full Marathon. But he wouldn't trade a single second of his time for a first place finish. In 2021, Mario Sanchez caught a serious case of COVID, one so bad his doctor told him that he likely wouldn't see another day.
The sun come up and I was still alive, and I was so grateful and thankful that I made it. And that point forward, I made a commitment not only to myself but to my family. I waste no time.
Still fighting, life looked different, inside and out.
I actually had lost part of my upper lobe on my lung. All my hair fell out. I got anxiety. I was in bad shape.
Running got him back on track. When he was medically cleared in October of 2023, Sanchez decided to take on the Bakersfield 6K run.
It was easy. For me, it was easy.
So with that, at age 63, he took the biggest leap possible and trained for the full marathon this year. And though it didn't go to plan, he still finished.
Injuries happen, things happen along the way, but that didn't stop me.
It was a turn-down panorama drive on Sunday that changed his race.
Before the pandemic, I had a meniscus tear in my left knee. So when I was coming down, it hurt my knee, and it hurt bad. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to stop.
And he did, only momentarily, continuing his limp-induced stride, knowing full well by mile 10, the pain would not die down.
But in my mind, I'm like, you got to finish, dude. You got 16 more to go. You got to finish.
As Sanchez carried on, his surroundings faded, both literally and figuratively. By mile 15, he was alone, only he and his thoughts.
Not once did I look up and ask for help. This is my journey. I put myself here. I did this. I'm going to finish it.
At mile 24, reality set in.
When the officer pulled up and he goes, hey, we got to open the roads. You're the last guy. What?
The last 2 miles were spent on the sidewalk and in constant pain. But for Sanchez, there was no other option than to cross the finish line.
When I turned that corner, I saw my wife there and she was just bawling. And I couldn't cry in front of her, right? Even though I wanted to. And once I crossed the finish line, she put it on me and she was crying because she saw the hurt I was going through.
Others might have bowed out at mile 7, 10, or 24. I know I would have. But Sanchez never saw it as an option.
You get it.
Nearly 8 hours later, as cleanup had begun and runners had gone home, Sanchez finished his race.
When people see me, right, they go, oh, that's the guy that came in last. Yeah. Then there's other people who are going to say, that's the guy that didn't quit.
Amazing. But you did it, Papa, you did it.
Reporting in Bakersfield, Andres Armenta, 17 News.